What's going on, my peoples? So, before I even get started on saying anything, make sure you drop a like, make sure you subscribe, help your boy out, that's all I'm asking. That's all I'm asking. The subscription is free. So, we're going to be talking about the original power. Because, I put up a little thing on the community tab, and I just wanted to hear some of y'all opinion on, like, Power Before Force, and some of y'all are split. Some of y'all is really split on that, where some of y'all love it, and some of y'all is just like, nah, it's not the same without Ghost. It feels a little bit off. It feels weird without him. It turns people off, and I'm like, you know what? Like for me, to be honest, like I love all of it. I love Raising Kanan. I love Force. I love Power Book 2 Ghost, and then I love the original Power. Like I love it all. And then once when Influence come out, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be good because none of the shows been bad and stuff, but I can understand as to why people only watch the original Power because of that one character, that one particular character. So I can understand, right? So I kind of wanted to talk about, the original Power and like what made it great and stuff because when you watch like the first episode and then leading down to like maybe episode 1 and then to like finishing off with the season, and watching watching Power for the first time, like at first I wasn't sure. I was a little bit confused on certain things and stuff, but as I gradually kept watching it, I was gravitating to it more, and I'm like, damn, this shit got me hooked. This is pretty good and stuff because when you watch a character of, James St. Patrick, Ghost and stuff, like the allure that surrounds him and stuff, and the way he carried himself, now I'm not saying like other characters and other TV shows don't do the same thing because, you look at characters like Franklin Saint and, what's his face? Snowfall. Fucking Snowfall, right? When you look at shows like that, and I guess Top Boy, and then now BMF, you look at those characters and you see them and you like, okay, yeah, it's something about them that, yeah, you gravitate towards them and you may like it or you may not like it, or you might be there for like a little while and then you just like, you turn yourself off. But when you look at like, the James St. Patrick and stuff, where a man who, struggled, had a fucked up childhood, right, and he had to basically be brought into the game and stuff. He didn't choose the game chose him. And he had like 2 teachers in Kanan and Breeze to teach him and Tommy the game and taught him, how to hustle and sling drugs in the street and stuff, until eventually, he thought of a bigger and better plan on to having a nightclub like his father did and stuff. And I guess in a sense why people kind of like gravitate towards like James St. Patrick and stuff, because it's like, a guy who came from nothing and then just brought himself up, and he owns like a successful nightclub, a successful business and stuff, but at the same time he wants to get out of the life. And I'm pretty sure it kind of like hit home for like some people that's out there who they sell drugs or they do certain things to get themselves to a certain point and then just to stop immediately and stuff. Now, I'm not saying this is everybody, but I'm just saying that there's certain aspects to his character that kind of hit home for some people and stuff, because you don't know what people is really going through at the end of the day as to why they sell drugs or why they do the things that they do and stuff, right? And when you see that character, you're like, damn, like it's good and shit. And then the story itself is pretty good because, he has everything now, right? But it always kind of like brings back to that question, how it's like, if you have like a single person and you have everything and you at the top, and they always say it's always lonely at the top if you don't really have anyone to share it with. And it's like he had Tasha, right? Nothing wrong with Tasha. Tasha was great, but you can kind of see that like the slow dissensions between between Ghost and Tasha, where Tasha wanted, Ghost to stay in the game forever. She did not want him to leave, wanted him to be the biggest drug dealer in New York City and stuff. And back at Ghost's mind, he did love Tasha. He really did. But Angela was his one and true love. And once when he saw her, things kind of like re-clicked again. And I know some of y'all's out there, who probably are either in relationships or been in relationships where you may be with somebody that you love, right? You really, really love, but it's that one person that your soul, your whole entire being just melts for, and you like, I need to be with that person. And y'all had like amazing chemistry, and you just like, it's there. I don't care. Like, you care, but you like, fuck, I gotta break this rule and stuff. And when you see it in Power, you know, he did the same thing. He didn't have to, but the chemistry and the love was so there that he did it, right? And then you have the manipulation, right? And then you have the betrayal, multiple betrayals, multiple betrayals, left and fucking right. You have the betrayals, and you're like, damn, you don't see it coming. You didn't see it coming from the son. You didn't see it coming from the father. You didn't see it coming from the mother. You know, you didn't see it coming from the best fucking friend. You know, and it's just like, damn, what more can you actually get from this show besides, you know, a perfect angle, like a directive, like a narrative, you know, an ending on where the show is actually gonna go and stuff. Because, you know, when you see it, you like, well, you know, this guy he's never gonna be touched. He's gonna forever remain on top, and that's what we all like. That's what we always wanted. Like our guy, well, I wouldn't say hero, but our guy, you know, on top of the world, on top of Mount Olympus, you know, and he can't be touched and stuff. But then it's just like reality comes setting in, and it's like things come crashing down, it burns down, you know, it fucking turns into a hot ball of fire, you know, when it happens, right? Now, even though Courtney Kip said herself, you know, she didn't want to burn out the character as much, but, you know, and had to end things how it ended, and a lot of people was pissed. A lot of people was pissed. I said it before, you know, they wasn't really agreeing with the character. Well, not agreeing with the character, but agreeing with the ending, because they didn't want that for him. They wanted him to like ride off into the sunset, and he have everything, right? And in some stories and cases where you do have it, where if a person who's done so many bad or malevolent things, they will want out of the game or want out of a certain situation, and then they just go off, right? They live off the happy ending, they just leave and stuff, right? But not for this story in particular. You know, he died and that was it. But before I even get to the rest of it, right, I wanted to talk about, you know, the love between him and Angela. You know, as I said before, Angela was like his saving grace. She was the one that got him like to think better and stuff. Now, sure, because she found out, but it was always her to like push him to be better, to get out of the game and to continue on to work on the nightclub and stuff. And then when you have like Kanan, who is his past, get out of jail, manipulate his own son to kill him, it's like it's his past that was catching up to him, and he didn't want that anymore. He chose not to have that anymore, and he wanted to be a better person and stuff. He didn't want to be like this murderous drug dealer anymore, working for anybody. He wanted to do things on his own and stuff. He wanted to be his own boss, which you're starting to see in Powerball Full Force, where Tommy was like, I want to be my own person. I don't want to work for anybody else and stuff, which you watch in the original Power, where Tommy was like, no, we need to be selling drugs together. We need ops. We need new connects and stuff. So you start to see more of that power dynamic from there and stuff. But, you know, he wanted to do his own thing. He didn't want to be under anyone's thumb anymore. Truly be free. Everybody has their money and they're good and stuff. But, you know, not for James St. Patrick and stuff. It wasn't really like that for him, because I guess it was in the story of, you know, not that many people have good endings and stuff, but sometimes the bad guy does, or a guy who was put into a difficult situation can have a great ending and stuff. But, you know, that's what it truly was when it came down to Power and stuff. Now, I know for the women out there, you know, they was going fucking goo goo gaga. They was like, oh my god, he looks amazing, he looks good, he looks this and that and stuff. But for the guys, for us, for the dudes, it was just like, it was the way he carried himself. You know, he didn't come off as like some guy, pants put out between his fucking ankles and shit. Like, nah. He was respectful and stuff. Cause I even give you one scene where it was him and Simon Stern, and he was talking to him, and it was like that very interesting conversation where he was just like, yeah, as a black man, he has to like change and do things differently and constantly making himself be better, and rather than to be judged and stuff. And I think that's what got people to be pulled, because of that line that he said. Because when Simon Stern was just like, oh, I could buy Truth, you could work under me, this and that, he's just like, no, I don't want to work under anybody. I'm going to be my own boss, because I know how my nightclub works. You run it. You don't know how it works. I know how it works. And the way he explained it was crazy, because, when he talked about the lawyers, the doctors, he was just like, I get that. I get those people. I get them, and this is how I get money. This is how I get rich and stuff, because he knows how it works, how they work and stuff. And I was just like, damn. It was like powerful lines after powerful lines from him. And it's like, it got people like, yeah, black people can do.
See, people take you at face value, Simon. Me, will have to transform to meet everyone's expectations constantly. Truth isn't one thing because I'm not one thing. When he's time, I understand him. I get him. And because I get him, I get him. And because I get him, I get rich.
Do this, and they can do this, and it was great. And I was like, okay. And it wasn't just like the killings and the murder. I mean, yeah, some people loved it. We loved it and stuff. But it was the way he was moving himself into the business and stuff, the business aspect of things. Basically, the story was telling you, like, you don't have to be a drug dealer to do these certain things and stuff. You don't have to be. There's ways that you can make money and stuff. But if you are into the drug business or in the drug game and stuff, but you're fighting to get out of it to be something better, that was like the gravitating pull of it, because it was to be better, not to be in the same way, like just selling drugs forever and stuff, because this shit gets old and eventually you're going to get caught. And that's not what he wanted and stuff. He wanted to be better. He wanted to do better and stuff, even though it was with the woman he always wanted, not the woman that he currently had. So, it was like that and stuff. But yeah, man. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys think about everything I've been explaining and stuff. Now, for the people who haven't seen Power, I encourage you all to see it, because it's a very excellent show. Now, I always tell the boys this. I will never say that the show was perfection. I will never say that the show is perfection, because what happened towards the ending, I will never say it. But I will say that the show was near perfection. It was near perfection and stuff, because of how the story was like adding up. It was going like beat by beat and stuff, because the whole manipulation and stuff. Now, in the business and in the game, you will have like family or friends try to kill each other. That's a known fact, which they kind of showed in Power, where Tommy tried to kill Ghost tried to kill Tommy, Kanan tried to kill Ghost, they tried to kill each other, and it explained that, because there is no loyalty amongst the streets, amongst friends in the streets and stuff, because you may have a person you've known for such a long time and they even try to backstab you or try to go against you, because hell, even Tupac mentioned it in an old video where he was like, yeah, he had people who was really close to him and they betrayed him. I guess they didn't try to kill him, but they just betrayed him and stuff. And it tells you like, hey man, there's no loyalty in the streets. You won't have that. And they talked about that graciously throughout the entire series of Power, where there is no loyalty in these damn streets. You saw what happened with Ghost and Tommy. Constant bicker, constant, I choose you, you supposed to choose me, but you didn't choose me, and it was kind of going that way. But it's like two people going on a different road, and sometimes they can be on the same road again, or sometimes they may not be on the same road again. Only time will tell. But yeah, man, Power is fucking good. Like, comment, subscribe, and share, and I'll catch you all in the next one.